What's up, guys? This is the final haul of 2020 and first haul of 2021. It's a crossover event. Let's do it. Alright guys, so like I said in the intro there, this is the final toy haul of 2020. I got some of this stuff in the final week of 2020, and I got some of this stuff in the first week of 2021. But the reason that I'm doing this now, and doing this toy haul now, is because I'm right about to start filming my annual CINCY Awards. I'm doing it a little different this year. And I'm actually filming 4 separate videos for my CINCY Awards. I'm breaking it into categories. And I'm not doing a top 10. I'm doing a top 5. So only the best of the best, and not the rest, make my CINCY Awards this year. But I'm going to do my top 5 favorite Black Series, G.I. Joe Classified, NECA, McFarlane, Hot Toys. I'm going to do my top 5 Transformers. I'm going to do my top 5 favorite Marvel Legends. Did I already say Marvel Legends? I don't remember. Anyway, 4 videos, 2 categories per video, top 5 per category. It'll be a lot of fun. Going to feature some patrons on there as well, show their favorite figures. But look forward to those. But the reason why I wanted to do this video first is because some of these things that arrived in late 2020, I have a feeling at least one of them is going to end up on one of these lists. At least one, maybe 2. Perhaps 3. Let's go ahead and see what I got in this haul. So first things first, I got a little care package from my boy Josh Pence. I bought something from him. I bought a Mafex figure, and this Mafex figure actually used to be Big Dub's. So it ping-ponged from Dub to Pence to me. But I got this one right here. I was really looking forward to getting this one. I wasn't sure when I was going to get it. I just knew that I wanted it. And I do want to get the second version that Mafex is doing of this character, but I'm very happy to pick up, bam, Mafex brown suit. But I'm very happy to pick up Mafex Tiger Stripe Wolverine. Look at that. That right there is probably the best unmasked head sculpt of Wolverine I've ever seen in action figure form. That right there. That captures the essence of that character when I was reading X-Men in the late 80s and early 90s. Love the way they did the hair there. I mean, that's pure Jim Lee right there. Couple things about this figure that aren't great. Like the length of the claws. The claws are a little long. Like how the hell can that claw fit in his frickin' forearm? It would shoot out the bottom of his elbow when that thing was retracted. Besides that, the biceps do detach from the shoulder peg occasionally, but it doesn't bother me because I basically pose it. If it detaches, I reattach it, and then he's in his pose, and I'm good with it. So it's not like a deal breaker or anything, but I really like this figure right here. Bam, Mafex, awesome. He does come with some additional head sculpts, including... Now, I do like the Marvel Legends version, don't get me wrong. I like the Marvel Legends brown suit version. I like the Tiger Stripe version. But I always thought that the head, the masked version, wasn't 100% accurate to the comics, because here's the alternate head sculpt, one of them. He's snarling his teeth. But the thing that I like about this is how far... So those black things, like the ears, I guess, quote unquote, they flare out. They go out. The Marvel Legends one, they kind of sit back. But in the comic books, they always were really wide. They always like flared out. And I really loved that look in the comic books. And this gets it frickin' right. So Mafex, awesome job there. Here's the other head sculpt. Again, they got the ears right. They got it frickin' right. So very happy to pick that one up again from JP. And thank you, Big Dub. But JP actually sent me some extra stuff, some presents in here, including this one right here, Gung Ho. He just sent me a classified Gung Ho. I do have this figure, but I'm glad I have a second one. But it says happy holidays. Hopefully you enjoy the figures. Miss you, dude. See you in 2021. JP. Very, very awesome. The reason why I was happy to get a second Gung Ho is because Valaverse, Bobby Vala, is doing an accessory pack for Gung Ho with like a light blue vest. So I'm buying that accessory pack and I'm going to outfit Gung Ho. So I'm going to have basically a regular issue Gung Ho and a variant Gung Ho with his kind of more cartoon accurate colors. But this is awesome, dude. Very, very cool. Thank you for the gift. I appreciate that. And then JP also sent me a freaking bunch of gunskis. There's just like a bunch of, they're like 6-inch scale guns for figures. So got those, got these, some guns, got one of these bad boys. And then we got one of these. Very, very freaking cool. I don't know who makes them. Is it Marauders? Might be Marauders. I'm not sure. Marauders Gun Runners. And then here's a little, what do you call that thing? Rack? Gun rack? I think that's what that's called. I was going to call it a shelf ski, but that's not what it is. It's a gun rack. There you go. A gun rack. So thank you, JP. I appreciate that. I got one more thing in the mail. This thing I bought from the Cali Connection. Rob Choi, the man out in Cali, where they get stuff first. It's like the promised land for action figures out there. But he found one of these in the store, just sitting on the shelf. And he reached out to me and I'm like, hell yes, dude. I have not seen it at all here in Texas. So I picked it up for me. I PayPal'd him. He sent it and bam, it's in the collection now. Frickin' Firefly. Awesome. So this technically is like a 2021 release because this released on January 1st along with the Viper. So I'm really, really excited to have this one. I'm not sure how this is going to rank in my 2021 CINCY Awards with the Viper, but I'm really happy to have Firefly. This is the one that I was actually looking forward to the most. He looks really, really cool. I loved Firefly as a kid, the original vintage G.I. Joe figure. I loved him in the cartoon. I loved him in the comic book. He was also pretty cool in G.I. Joe Retaliation. Can't remember the damn name of the actor that played him. He also played Ray Stevenson. Is that his name? He also played the Punisher in Punisher Warzone. But I thought he was a pretty friggin' cool Firefly. I thought he was pretty awesome. He was one of the things that I liked about G.I. Joe Retaliation. But there you go. So Cali Connection, Rob Choi, JP. Let's get to the rest of the stuff that I found in store. Did I find all this stuff in store? I found all this stuff in store. One of these things I've been paying off for like 6 months. And you'll see that one probably last. I'm going to save that one for last. And that thing that I'm alluding to might make my top 5 hot toys of 2020. Because that one I actually got in 2020. I'm going to start with a vintage figure. I found this one just chilling on the counter at my comic book store, my local comic book shop, Keith's Comics. Shout out to Michael. This one was just chilling. And I was like, is that a vintage figure? And he goes, yeah. I go, do you have any more? And he said, no, just this one. It was part of a collection. And it has the little Toys R Us sticker, which I absolutely love when the sticker is still attached to the vintage toy. But this is a Return of the Jedi freaking Klaatu. On card, unopened. Bubbles yellowed. The card is curved to frick. But that's okay, because this sucker cost me $9.99. $9.99. This originally sold in like 83 for $287. So I paid about $7 over original retail price for this amazing figure. Now, this just brings me back, because when I was a kid, I would get a new figure, I'd rip open the bubble, I'd play with the toy on the way home, and then I would study the card. I would look at the card art, I'd appreciate it, it would remind me of the movie, and then the gravy is on the back, because on the back of this, look at all those figures. It was basically a checklist for figure releases, and I really, really miss that. I really miss them including all these figures on the back. I love the yellow background. I love how it has all that text below the figures and it shows all their names. I love how some of these figures aren't even finished yet. I think the Lando in disguise, he looks different. He's got like, it looks like white pants on him. But this really brought me back. So it's gonna stay on card. I'm probably gonna stare at the back of this occasionally. And it really, really makes me want more vintage figures on card. I don't care if they're beat to hell, as long as they're one piece. And I mean, I could put this in one of those protector things and then it's straight. And then I could just stare at the back and look at all the figures. But this right here, this is what it's all about. This is what got me started in collecting, and I love it. $9.99 at my LCS. Amazing. All right, continuing on with that vintage vibe, I actually found this one at Walmart on clearance. This is not a vintage figure, but it's kind of a vintage reproduction of Transformers in the original look and feel box. But this one was on clearance for, I think it was $20. And bam, there's Blaster. And look at this. Amazing. Kind of beat up. It's got like wrinkles and stuff. I'm still going to save the box though, because look at that back art. Look at that card art. The little file down there with the little specs. This brings me back. I love it. The side art there, Blaster, and then there he is inside the package. I'm definitely going to take him out. I have Soundwave, the vintage reproduction Soundwave, just chilling over here in cassette player form. And this will probably go right next to it. I think that makes a really cool little, tiny little vintage reproduction display. Continuing on that Transformers vibe, these were all, I believe, all found at Target. And Target has been putting out these releases pretty consistently at my local Targets. I'm just going to go straight on down, starting at the top. They have started releasing some of the Kingdom figures, and I picked up some of those. So we're going to start with Cheetor there. Love the card art on this. At first I was like, wow, they made the window really, really small there where you can barely see the figure. But the card art, look at the card art on these things. Freaking awesome. So there's Cheetor. We have Black Arachnia as the next one. Spider Chick right there. I mean, the card art, that's where it is right there. That's amazing looking card art. I love the packaging on these. A lot of people were put off by the fact that the window is so small, but this card art is awesome. Bam, Warpath. I had the original one when I was a kid. Warpath, bam. Love this dude. Love this crazy little dude from G1 cartoons. Little tank ski. Very, very cool. A lot of voices outside the door right now. Tons of voices. It's like a freaking talk show out there right now. Bam! Optimus Primal. Another Kingdom figure. And I'm going to highlight the card art once again. Look at that. And look at this alt mode right here. Look at that. I haven't watched any reviews of these, but these look amazing. I mean, these are like, I'm not going to say MP quality because they're not die cast. They still have a lot of hollow plastic, but they look fantastic. Optimus Primal. And we're going to venture on into exclusive region. I know that's a bad word now. That's a word that people get like PTSD from. Exclusive, Target exclusive, even worse. But this is a Transformers Target exclusive, and I actually found this one on the shelf. Thrust completes my cone heads. So now I have Earthrise, Thrust, Dirge, and Ramjet. I loved the cone heads when I was a kid. Loved that commercial. I could still hear that commercial in my head. The cone heads. When they were introducing the cone heads, they had a toy commercial. Google it, YouTube it, look it up. Thrust and Dirge. Or was it Thrust and Ramjet? There was only two of them in the commercial. One of them kind of got the shaft, but could still hear that commercial in my head. I remember distinctly the Blitzwing commercial, toy commercial. Got this guy, the guy that got Optimus Prime killed. Freaking Hot Rod. Transformers movie figures. Yes, these are starting to hit, guys. Transformers movie figures, Studio Series. Yes, it's not a Earthrise figure. It's not a Kingdom. It's not a Siege. It's Studio Series 86 movie Transformers. Very, very cool. I have seen that the Cup, Jazz, and Blur are starting to hit as well. But I have those pre-ordered through Amazon. So hopefully those do show up soon. Final Transformer in this haul. Scourge right there. Looking freaking fantastic. Again, 86 Transformers movie Studio Series. There's the alt mode right there. Looking great. Looking great. Between Studio Series, between Siege, Earthrise, now Kingdom, Transformers, it's the best retail Transformers I think I've ever experienced besides G1 Transformers. I mean, nothing beats that. But as far as anything after G1, this is the best retail product Hasbro's ever put out for Transformers, in my opinion. All right, so I was very, very surprised to find these at Walmart because honestly, I haven't seen any Wave 2 in the wild at all. So I was very, very surprised when I stumbled into a Walmart and I found Wave 3, what? Of AEW Unrivaled. And I picked up all three of the figures that they had. They were just the three figures on the pegs, that's it. They didn't have duplicates of any of these. They didn't have the other ones in the wave, just these three. I'm like, I gotta get them because I pre-ordered the others. I pre-ordered Orange Cassidy, Pac, and Darby Allin. But I passed on these three because I already had the Bucks from Wave 1, and the retail I wasn't really feeling, but now that I got them in hand and I saw them in the store, I picked them up. So here we go. Matt Jackson. So here's the Wave 3 AEW Unrivaled. Yes, that face sculpt looks a little crazy. It looks a little crazy. I look at it on camera, it looks a lot crazier than it does when I have it in hand. When I have it in hand, it works. It works. But right there, he just looks like a freaking psychopath in the package. But there's Matt. I posted something on Instagram and I said, hey, I found your figures in store. Those guys on Being the Elite looked for their own figures in Walmarts many, many episodes in a row and never found them. So, hey, they do exist, Matt and Nick Jackson. They do exist in stores, at retail, in Walmart. Here's the Nick. The merch freak himself, Nick Jackson. Looking a little demented with that face sculpt there. But I like the outfits. The outfits look freaking awesome. The little tassel things, the boot tassel things, look like they're fabric. They're fabric, not plastic. So that's really freaking cool. But very, very awesome right there. So there's Nick. And then I didn't show you guys the back. There's the full checklist for Wave 3. But again, they are out. And then finally, we have someone that we haven't seen in a long, long time on TV. There's Riho. And I'm not sure. I know they did a chase version, but I'm not sure which is the variant and which is not. I know that the boots, the coloring on the boots look a little different. I got to do my research and figure out if this is the chase version that I picked up or the regular version. But she comes with the belt ski. The lady's belt ski right there. So very, very cool. Riho. I never got the Brandy from Wave 1. And I just secured Dustin from Wave 2. So I think that I'm fully caught up. Outside the chase figures, I have no hope whatsoever of ever picking up a chase figure, but I'm pretty much complete on AEW Unrivaled, so I'm very, very happy about that. Last two items in this haul, and these are the two that I was talking about that I think might possibly show up in one of my CINCY Award videos, one of the 4 CINCY Award videos. And I'm going to start with this one right here, and this is a Mafex product. I bought the Mafex Hush Batman, and I really, 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 really like that figure. So much so that I think it's a contender for top 5 of the year for my high-end / import figure list, my top 5. So I got that one, and I felt a lot of confidence in Mafex's product, which is another reason why I bought this one from Jay Pizzle right there. I got that one, also a Mafex one. But after getting that Hush Batman, I started watching reviews, and all the reviews I have seen of this figure were extremely positive. So I decided to pick this one up from Amazon. Bam! DKR Batman. And I haven't opened it yet, so I don't know what it's like. I don't know if I'll like it. Will I like it enough to include it in the top 5? You'll have to find out when you watch that video. Will I like it enough to get the rest of the DKR figures from Mafex? Potentially, I don't know. Again, it depends on how much I like this figure. But there's the box art right there. I loved the graphic novel, The Dark Knight Returns. Loved it. Absolutely love it. Still one of my favorite storylines. Still one of my favorite Batman storylines of all time. Of all time. So, I don't know. They're producing a bunch of figures. They're doing a Joker. They're doing triumphant Batman with the blue suit and the scratches down the thing. And they're doing a blue version of Batman with the yellow insignia and Carrie Kelly Robin. So, I'm assuming they're probably going to do a Superman at some point. But I'm just really excited to get this one out of the package, check it out, see if I like it, pose it up, and see if it qualifies for one of my favorite figures of 2020. This is one of the ones I got in late. I think I got this the second to last day of 2020. So this one qualifies, but we'll see. And then, final item in this haul. One of the final items I got in 2020. I think this showed up the final day of 2020. And this is a Hot Toys figure. And this is a Guardians of the Galaxy member from a movie called Endgame. And this is a figure that I've been looking forward to a long time because I've been paying her off for like 6 months now. But it's Nebula. So I got the Nebula Endgame figure. Awesome. Very, very cool. That's it, guys. That is the end of this toy haul. Final toy haul of 2020. First toy haul of 2021. Check out my last video. My first video of 2021 is actually a toy hunt video that I did January 1st, 2021 for the Cobra Viper figure. Highly controversial line. A lot of people are very frustrated with Target exclusives and the G.I. Joe Classifieds. Check out the video, see how I happened to find one. It shows the very, very brief toy hunt, and then it also shows my very, very terrible review of the figure. So check that out. Hope you liked the video, but that's it for this video. Again, probably the next 4 videos you see on here, besides live streams, are going to be my CINCY Award videos. 4 videos, 8 categories, top 5 figures in each category. So check that out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next video. You are severely underdressed right now.
I know. What is that for?
Well, this is a video because I'm still in Texas, but it's freaking snowing. Look at this dude having a ball. What is he doing? So yeah, the pool's still open, but it's snowing.
At least I have shoes on.
Oh, congratulations. My shoes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's snowing in Texas, Dallas, Texas.